When your old career gives you lemons, throw in some ice, mix in some vodka, and call it a podcast. From the Mac of All Trades studio in Fairport and driven by Victor Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, it's Billified, the Bill Moran Podcast.
Welcome. Thank you for getting your pod on. Thanks for telling a friend. That's how we spread the word. Oh, lots of things happening in the world. One of the things that we have to look at is the youth of America and when they're going to be taken over. And Kevin is very invested in youth hockey. I think sports are just one of the best things for kids to be part of, because it's all about meritocracy, right? The better you are, the more you'll play, the better you almost become.
I just think of things I could buy without having youth sports in my life.
I'm sure. What do you think it could be?
I
can't even imagine.
A lot.
I can't even imagine what you spend on youth hockey.
Oh, yeah, it's crazy.
And the fact that these kids grow so quickly. I got to think that maybe you're buying a new size skate.
That's why Brady. That's why Brady has one skate from Sam when he was 6, one skate from Tyler when he was 9. He's just getting all the crap at this point.
But Kevin has brought in. Am I going to say the last name right? Let's see, Joe Occhino.
Occhino.
God dang it!
Close
enough.
The
2 C's. Sorry, Joe Occhino, who is you've been coaching youth sports for 20 plus years.
Yeah, I actually started. As soon as I got out of college, I started coaching hockey. Kind of.
Did you play in Geneseo?
I played club hockey.
Did they have a team then?
They had a team,
yeah.
And when I got there as a freshman, I saw some advertisements for club hockey, and I was like, oh, I'm kind of see what this is all about.
Yeah.
Turned out the guy running it is one of my best friends now. Still,
that's great.
Lives in Jersey, so. He was kind of starting it up himself there, and I played there. And then when I went home, I was kind of interested I wanted to start coaching a little bit.
Yeah.
So I saw an advertisement for like a coaching position, and I called up, and I was more just inquiring, like, what do I need to do to coach?
Right.
And they kind of laid out some of the, like, oh, this is what you'd have to have. And I was like, great, that's awesome. Like, I was not really interested in doing it. I just wanted to know what I needed so I could get started. And the following day they called me and were like, hey, you want to do it? And I was like, I kind of wanted to, but I was like, I'm right out of college. I was still looking for a job at that point.
Yeah.
And there was just a part of me that said, you know what, if you're going to do it someday, just go do it. Right. So I told them I would do it. It was high school kids, so not much younger than myself at the time, and
that probably made it really relatable for you.
It did,
or you to them.
Yeah, it did. It was great, and I had no assistant coaches.
So they put you in as a head coach?
Yeah,
I'm thinking you're going in as an assistant to a program.
No,
they just threw you right into the man.
Yeah, I went and I had to get
right on the thin part of the ice. Hope you don't fall through, Joe.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Had to get my, got my certifications and stuff that I needed for USA Hockey, and we went from there. And it was actually, it was really cool. It was a lot of fun.
So is that the age group you've stayed at? Because what is Tyler's 14?
Tyler's 15.
He's
He's been with Tyler since Tyler was younger than Brady.
Yeah.
There was 8.
Oh, so you've done all ages.
Yeah. So that first year, I remember my very first game I coached was right at a rink that I used to work at in Buffalo. And I went in there and we got crushed. I got killed my first game.
Yeah.
And I remember driving home and I was like, well, either I'm in for a really long season and this is not going to be as fun as I thought, or maybe that's just the best team in the league. Let's hope for that. And it turned out it actually was the best team in the league. They were the best team in the league. And the whole season turned out to be great. I had a lot of super relationships with the kids. Like you said, the fact that it was close, like in age, they were always asking me, questions about college and this and that. And
where can I get the good beer cheap?
And it was awesome. I mean, it was was super satisfying. And I from that point on, I was kind of like, man, maybe this is something that I want to do more of, whether it be working with kids or I mean, it was one of the reasons I went back for teaching.
Yeah.
Was because I really,
Are you a teacher now?
I'm a teacher. I'm not in the classroom right now.
Okay.
So, but it was like, I was like, man, it got me thinking that it was maybe a direction I wanted to go in life.
Yeah.
And I, that it was more fulfilling than I was doing an accounting job. So.
What did you learn? What have you learned from the kids along the way? I mean, your job is to coach, but what have you learned from kids along the way? Anything? Yeah.
Well, it depends on which age group you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Because I coach, so those are called midgets, the older kids. When you 15 to 18 is midget hockey.
Okay.
So I coach midgets all the time in Buffalo. Then I came up to Rochester. My wife, who was my girlfriend at the time, lived here, and she had a job. She was a year older than me out of Geneseo.
Okay.
So I came up here.
Older ladies.
I actually had
She's a saint.
I actually went to get a coaching job up here before I even had an actual job, which probably is not a great choice. But I started coaching the midgets up here as well.
Okay.
And then after a couple years, the group that I had was kind of like graduating and like moving on.
Yeah.
And we were getting ready to start a family. So I was like, I know myself, like I'm super, super loyal. And I was like, if I start with a fresh group of kids, it's going to be super hard for me to walk away.
Yeah.
Right. So I was like, most of the kids that I had coached, they were graduating and we were getting ready to start a family. So I was like, I'm going to take a break. So I took a break for a little while. And then once my son started up at and then like mini mites, that's when I went back.
You went right back in.
Yeah. And I coached that group like all the way up. But I'm an older kid for over the little kids. The little kids are tough.
Yeah.
Much more of a older kid type of coach.
But he's got a dynamic with this team that you don't normally see with youth sports. Like the core of this team that he's got, that Tyler's on, they've been together since they were 8. So they've played together for most of the team has been together for 7, almost 8 years. And you don't usually, at some point, somebody gets pissed off somewhere and is like, I'm going over here. My kid's going to be a pro, so I'm going to go over here. He hasn't had that. He's had the same core team.
Yeah.
That he's just grown with.
Yeah, I mean, we've had one or two that have
Come and
gone
gone.
different ways, but we do have we have a group, I'd say 50 to 60% that have been together for a real long time, and I coach my daughter's team as well. And
what's better?
What
in terms of coaching, what's harder, the boys or girls? I would think at the different ages. I'm serious. I think it would be harder to coach little boys. Let's say, I don't know, how old was Tyler when he started, or Sam when he started?
They were both, Sam was 6 and Tyler was 7.
So give me 6 or 7-year-old boys versus 6 or 7-year-old girls. And I think little boys are all over the place trying to bang into each other, do this. And I think little girls will actually listen to you.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that changes later on.
But the boys are just
But
funny.
it sure as hell seems like it does.
The boys are just funny at that point, though, because it's standard 6, 7-year-old boy fart jokes.
Yeah.
But every team that you have with the boys, inevitably the little groups, there's always one kid that's just like a nightmare. You're just like,
his name is Tyler.
No, he wasn't. But like, you're just trying to run drills or trying to set something up, and he's just like tripping people for no reason, just no reason, and you're just like, oh man, like it's hard because the boys are all over. The girls they're better listeners.
That's what I mean. I think they
are
would
better
be.
listeners, but they are also.
Have you gotten into girl drama yet, though, with that? Because I know Livy's about that age where the boys start coming into the plays. You got any girl drama on that team?
I mean, they're a little more reserved with their like emotions and stuff. Yeah. Or I think sometimes they're more eager to share it with each other than they are with coaches, right? Like we've had games like in the last, few years where like, the dads will be talking afterward and we're like, oh man, that was a tough loss. And like, I'm like, I don't even know if the girls cared. And then like, they'll be like, some of the moms will be texting each other about how upset the girls were in the car, right? And they're like, oh, she was beating herself up over this. And you're just like, wow, like they don't show it the same way that boys do, right?
Right.
I think boys are more eager to, scream, slam their stick, just, show that they're really upset. And the girls maybe not so much, but they actually are. You know what I mean? They just, I guess they show it in different ways.
That's interesting. But you've been doing this for 20 years, correct? About that?
Yeah.
So in that time, what's changed with the kids? Have the kids changed as they come through? I hear different things from coaches now that say it's not, the kid is different. But you've had the same kids, so maybe they're not.
I have. I mean, I think the technology stuff obviously has changed the way kids are, right? That's. I think attention spans are definitely shorter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like at this point, like if the kids aren't entertained every couple seconds, it becomes an issue. So I think that part's changed. I think the seriousness, or not the seriousness, the way the games are approached, like right now, like every sport wants their sport to be year round. Yeah. And they want every player to be fully committed like all the time. And that's, that becomes, I think that's a little bit different. You know what I mean? Like now there's really no off seasons to anything unless they make it. Like I kind of go out of my way to not to do that. Right. You know what I mean? I'll have the teams get together a little bit over the summer, but and some people may say, well, you're not doing everything to make your team as strong as they can. But I realistically, I say this all the time. I don't think I'm ever going to leave a game in December that I lost 3-2 and be like,
God damn, if we only got together on August 23rd,
that's right.
That would have made all the difference.
If I had two more summer sessions, if I made people cancel their summer vacations, we would have won. So, I mean, like I said, we'll have some summer ices or some, a lot of times it's even the off ice stuff that the kids, they enjoy a ton, right? Like they get to be kids and not listen to coach and just run around and have fun doing summer stuff. And I think there's a lot of team building and stuff in that too.
Yeah. Have the parents changed over 20 years? Has it gotten worse with parents?
Yeah, Kevin.
I'm the quiet one.
Just speak for yourself.
I'm
Kevin.
the quiet one. I stand by myself.
Maybe he's become the quiet one, maybe a little bit. No, there's always parents that are crazy. I mean, listen, it comes down to,
well, you're investing a lot of money, and I think they feel like you work for them. Maybe I'm wrong.
And they think their kid's going to go professional.
Sure.
And little Johnny sucks.
Yeah, I mean, I think that is part of it, right? The money and the time,
right?
And
the time.
Like I did not realize both of my parents have passed away, but like I did not realize until I became an adult what it's like to work a job, come home, have to take care of the house, and then every night run out to, whatever sport it is. And this isn't just hockey. This is all of them, right? Like it's, and as you get older, you get tired, it's exhausting, right? Yeah. And like, if there's one thing I could ever, say to my dad, and because my mom didn't drive, it was all on my dad.
Wow. This is some old school stuff.
Yeah.
Wait, what is, how are we saying that? Occhino?
Occhino.
Is that Italian?
Yeah.
Oh. Off the boat Italian?
My father wasn't. His father was.
Yeah. But very few people don't drive.
Yeah. So she had her license. She would, the only time she would drive would be like 6 a.m. She wants to go to the store. Yeah. Right. And nobody's ever around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like it all fell on my dad, but like that amount of commitment is,
it's a ton.
So I think that's
part of what also influences parents.
Correct. Right. Yeah. They're so vested, whether it be financially or time wise. Plus everyone wants the best for their kid.
Yeah.
but it's always been crazy. I mean, I remember when my brother played high school. So I got 3 older brothers. The youngest of the older played hockey, and we were at leisure rinks and for a high school game, and there was like a brawl, and like one of the moms jumped on the ice. She jumped on the ice and was like fighting a kid, and I was just like, I mean, it was pandemonium.
So maybe it's it's hockey parents, Kevin. Maybe it's not just parents.
I can't say that some of the moms on Tyler's team have not been close to that. The only time I got thrown out of a game by the referee was because I was sitting with the moms.
Oh,
yeah. Only time I've been thrown out.
What was it? Just a group thing? Were you opening your trap? Or
I was looking down to one of the dads that was standing below me, and I said something to him. The ref thought I was talking to him.
Oh,
and the moms were flapping and flapping and flapping, and they pointed at me and go.
So just you had to leave?
Just me.
Oh,
yeah. We've had that a few times.
With Kevin?
No.
Oh.
Just with hockey parents.
Yeah.
But it's a lot. I mean, my son plays baseball, and I've been at baseball fields, and you're just like, oh man, some of these people are just, and
it's a good show.
Oh, I bet
it's fun to sit back and just watch parents sometimes be parents, and it's never really the superstar kid whose parents are flapping. It's always little Jimmy who sucks. He's out in the outfield chasing butterflies, and his parents are bitching and complaining because he's not playing first base and this and that, and he's picking his ass and chasing butterflies and pulling grass.
Well, and there's just that perspective on. I mean, like you said, I say this all the time. For me, I pay the money for my kids to play sports because there's a lot of lessons that they can learn there. I mean, I'm a sports nut, right?
Yeah.
I've followed them ever since I was a kid. Stats, I love that stuff, and it's like the kids. I lost my train of thought.
No, but well, what I was thinking too is because Danny always says it's the greatest sports. Oh, I have Danny down.
It's a meritocracy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the greatest.
It's the one place where like either you're good or you don't play because everything's based on wins and losses, right? If you don't win, you're out. If you don't, it's a competition. It's a competition for position. It's a competition to win games all the way up. It's a competition.
Danny loves sports, but was
awful at it.
Yeah, was awful at it. But I don't think you have to be good at sports to appreciate and see what value it brings.
Yeah, and those different lessons that you can learn from it, right? You know what I mean? And there's there's a ton of them to be had, right? And it's my kid's not going to get it if he's sitting at home not doing that stuff, right?
Yeah.
Do you find any differences between
keeps him out of trouble too?
Yeah, for sure.
Time, man.
Like boys play more team sports, girls do more individual stuff like gymnastics and whatnot. Do you notice any differences between coaching either of them? Was one harder to coach than the other because boys are more geared towards team sports for the most part, and girls are more geared towards individual accolades? Do you find that, or is that not a thing?
I mean, the team part of it is right. Like there's like you're not only trying to perform your best for yourself, but you should have a role on your team. And as you get older, those things become a little more defined.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like when maybe when you're younger, maybe not so much. But in an individual sport, like it's on you, right?
Yeah.
Like you got no one else to blame.
Wait, Danny, are you saying that girls are better at individual sports than team sports?
That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is like a lot of times like parents might be more, well, they're all crazy. But I think boys grow up being part of a team sooner rather than girls. Girls come up in gymnastics. They come up in other like more individualized sports, and then eventually play team sports. Where boys are playing team sports, it's like start bodybuilding at 3, right? You're playing like a team sport. You're playing soccer. You're playing hockey.
He's just pissed. Best. Every time they've gone to play putt, Best kicked his ass.
She has
because she was an individual.
No, I see what you're saying, right?
Yeah.
But I think
it's changed a little bit. I think
I do, and I'm not. So I got 2 daughters, but they're both into baseball and hockey too. But I mean, we know plenty of people that do the gymnastics and the cheering and stuff, and I think that's all geared towards team now too.
Yeah, I think the gymnastics or the cheer is definitely team.
Maybe not when we were growing up, like it was dance and.
Yeah, I mean, I still think they. I mean, I certainly wouldn't quote.
Did they try to get you into dance too?
No. Dude, if I could,
he just did that fancy dancing on the reservation.
I had a hard time sitting the bench.
My daughter.
Then it was a big square dancer.
My middle
We had
daughter.
square dancing.
My middle daughter did dance for one session. She's like, Dad, I want to do dance. Mom, I want to do dance. And I was like, I don't know the first thing, right? Yeah. So we like sign her up, and they're like, well, they start off in like ballet and ballet and something else, right? And like after, I think my daughter thought she was going to go in and just like start, hip hop music and dancing. Like she did it like 3 times. She's like, I'm out. I said, you're not out. You're going to finish the session because you sign up for something, you finish it. And we went to the dance recital. We bought the DVD. I don't think we've ever watched it. And she's out. She never went back. She thought she was just jumping into she was going to be clubbing dancing at 8 years old. I was like,
funny. No. That's very funny. We'll take a moment. We'll do a little more with Coach Occhino, who is a Genesee grad, and I don't know if this is true or not. Kevin says it's legendary.
I was in a fraternity. We had a lot of fun.
Okay.
They still do some stuff for me.
All right, we will get to all that right after this. Iron Smoke Distillery in Fairport, New York, baby. Have you been there? You got to go and hang out. It's a great room with great bourbons and whiskeys that are locally sourced and award-winning, and they have a great live music room. I'm telling you, literally one of the best. Maybe you've been to places like Nashville. It would fit right in there. It's just got this cool vibe. Thursday, November 14th, Blue 22 will be playing from 8:30 to 11:30. With Blue 22, you not only get some great covers, and of course their influencers are everything from the Beatles to Tom Petty and beyond, but you also get some cool originals as well. They have a new single out called Desert Rain, so you'll hear that all at Iron Smoke Distillery with Blue 22 Thursday night, November 14th. Iron Smoke Distillery in Fairport, New York, baby.
If there's a goal that everyone remembers, it was back in old 72. We all squeezed the stick and we all pulled the trigger, and all I remember is sitting beside you. You said you didn't give a fuck about hockey. I never saw someone say that before. You held my hand.
Gord Downey is Harry Sinden's godson.
The Tragically Hip Fireworks hockey songs tonight.
Harry Sinden was the GM of the Boston Bruins for years.
Look at that.
You got this kid growing up in Kingston, Ontario. Everybody's either rooting for the Leafs or the Canadiens, and he's a Boston Bruins
You
fan.
got to stick to your family. Mm-hmm. Blood is thicker than water, Dan. That's what I was told. I don't know. That's the Tragically Hip. Because Kevin's kid plays a lot of hockey. Like, it's summer.
Too much.
Yeah, it's a lot of hockey. And Joe, are you ever home? Occhino, you ever get just as, is there ever a day that you just get to go, nothing to do today?
So it depends on the season. This season, I've actually, my son and my daughter have practice on the same night, which makes it tricky. So sometimes I'm going rink to rink. Sometimes there's conflicts and I necessarily can't make it to one.
Yeah.
But I got great assistant coaches, and I just communicate, and we make sure that we can cover them both. So then...
Wait, you're coaching both your son and your daughter's team?
Yes.
Is that what you were trying to say?
Yes.
Oh, I thought you meant just running them to the same practice.
No.
I didn't.
Coaching them both. And then my youngest daughter practices on the other 2 days. So I will usually bring her to one of those, and then I let my wife... I don't let her. I shouldn't... She takes her on one of the days, and I just stay home. Okay. And then Fridays are sometimes we have hockey, and then every weekend it's 2 to 3 games. But then last year I had it every day but Friday.
Really?
I coached
so
every single day.
Friday was your Thursday night. Must have been blow off night.
No. Friday was, man, I got nothing to do. I'm super pumped. I'm going to do something. And then you get home and you're just like,
Yeah.
It breaks up a little bit this year for him, so he's not double hitting coaching two teams.
That's freaking
He gets a
crazy.
break for about 3 months now for high school.
Where does the love of hockey come from? You grew up in Buffalo. You're a Sabres fan, right?
I am a Sabres fan, unfortunately, but yes. My youngest older brother started playing, so I just grew up in an ice rink, right? My first few years, right, before I started playing, I just grew up in the ice rink. So, I was just there. He played on, 3 teams. So, I was just there all the time, and then I wanted to start playing, right? So I picked it up and played, and I loved it. But it's a love of sports. I've just always loved the competition. I'm still that way. I try and tell my son all the time. I'm like, I just enjoy competing, right? You know what I mean? I tell him, I'm like, I'm terrible at bowling, but if I'm at the bowling alley with my buddy, I'll bet him on a game, and I'm like, when I line up at the lane, I feel like I'm the greatest bowler in the world. I'm convinced I'm going to win, right?
Yeah.
But
his brother coaches a girls team. Have you beaten Tommy yet?
No. My brother's team right now is top 5 in the country.
Really?
Yeah. So he's coaching.
How the hell is that?
Well, Buffalo's hockey market is much bigger than Rochester.
Sure.
We're just way, way bigger. And
is that where he's coaching?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He coaches out of Buffalo. He started coaching the junior Sabres. They just added the girls teams this year. So hockey in Buffalo is like a whole different animal. And then you go to Canada, and it's a whole different animal than it is. Danny,
you never played?
No.
Any interest in playing as a kid?
I want to. My father swore. No. It's too expensive. Nope.
Well, it's expensive and a lot of time commitment. That
And you'd be getting up at 5 a.m. going to practice in Fredonia, which was a half hour away.
Where, for Fredonia?
Yeah, so I grew up in Silver Creek. So it would be like going to Steel Hall at 6 o'clock in the morning for practice.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Or 9 o'clock at night. My father used to work at a steel plant in Dunkirk, and he was like, yeah, I hear my peers bitching about their kids. You're not playing hockey.
I'm not doing it.
Because Little League's free. You pay $20, you sell $30 worth of candy, you're good.
Yeah.
Hockey, it's all self-funded.
Well, hockey is, it's amazing, but
it's no more expensive than anything else at this point. Dance, travel soccer, travel baseball.
And the way the sports are today.
Well, it's cheaper. Well, it's more expensive than doing nothing.
Yes.
But he's right.
That's true.
But you still got a $500 PlayStation you got to buy to do nothing.
But Kevin's right. Sports have gotten that way that enough people have seen, I hate to say it this way, but they've seen dollar signs in it, right? And they know people will pay just about anything for their kid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I've had a discussion with a father of young guys. I'm saying somewhere between 7, 9, maybe a little bit younger. And that there's an elite team, and you want to get your kid on the elite team, and the elite team costs more money. So it's not like the kid's better to get on the elite team. It's almost like you've got deeper pockets to be able to pay it. And that seems a little disingenuous to me. Now, maybe they're better coaches. I don't know. But just at the face value, I would be a little tentative before I pulled the trigger on that.
You hear all the time there's politics in sports, and there's a certain part of it. I've always tried to, I tell the parents all the time, I will be as honest as I possibly can. You know what I mean? I think a coach's job is to put a kid in the best situation for them to succeed.
Yeah.
Right. And that means a lot of things, right? Again, not every kid has the same ability level. And some parents don't want to recognize that. Some of them can't seem to recognize it, but it makes a big difference. Here's a quick example of a few years ago, my one son's baseball team, someone had said something to the coach, is every kid going to get to play the infield, right? Or get to play shortstop or something. And, realistically, he was kind of how do you say it, right? Like not every kid's cut out to be there.
Right.
So the one game he actually put some kids that had never played out there, and
it showed.
It showed.
Yeah.
I mean, there were like, in addition to the errors, it's also, I mean, there's a safety concern too. Like if you can't, if you're not a great fielder and you're going to be fielding rocket off, ground balls,
Right.
at 11,
You're going to crack that orbit around your eye.
sure. And to be honest, I felt bad because, I mean, I didn't coach the baseball. Like I've helped out, but it's like my time off because hockey season's over.
Yeah.
But like I felt bad because I'm like, this kid was put in a spot that we all knew he wasn't going to succeed there. Right. But like, everyone wanted equal. And I was, it's stuff like that you're kind of like, it's difficult to balance all of that as a coach, right?
Well,
and you have to kind of consider it all.
I'm a big believer in one of the things in today's world with the constant diet of social media that you're never putting that genie back in the bottle. So the only thing you can really do to help your kid out is build self-esteem. And I think self-esteem is not, hey, Johnny, you're great. Mm-hmm. Hey, you're so good. No, it's when they get a good grade, man, how good did that feel? Let's do that again and build it up. And so you get the confidence that you can. And I think sports is a great thing for that, but not if you're in the wrong position where you're getting blown by and then you hate it and then you suck and you're down on yourself and the other kids see it and they're making fun. It could go right into shit. And that's where, honestly, I mean, look, I always love to look at the draft class, go to pro sports. Coaching matters big time. And coaching is so much more than just drawing up the plays. It's knowing the players, being able to read the players, seeing the kid whose head's down today and is up normally and what's going on. And I got to think I've never done it, but I'm thinking it's so much more. And I always look at, Josh Allen comes out and we hear about Josh Allen's not accurate. We picked the wrong Josh. We did all this stuff. Sam Darnold's so much better. Sam Darnold's on his 4th or 5th team.
Yeah.
Granted, he's in a system that seems to fit him right now, but coaching is so important. It's just so important. I guess at every level.
Yeah, I mean, you see stuff like, I mean, there's times, and it's hard because we were talking about this on the way here a little bit, where people will pick an example of something and be like, well, look at here. And like, you can always find that one example, right? But like, so there's situations where you're like, they'll change coaches and nothing switches.
Right.
But then you see something like the Chargers this year,
Yes.
all of a sudden everywhere that guy goes, they win and they turn it around.
All right, so that's interesting.
They turn it around so fast.
Harbaugh seems to be a guy that, boy, he brings them in. Like, they buy into him. They like him. He was talking about guys I think he was on one of the, might have been CBS NFL today. I don't know. It was last week. And he goes, I love that guy. I love that guy. And then he's like, well, I love all the guys. But these guys, they'll run through walls for him, it seems like.
Yeah. I mean you need that kind of buy-in, right?
Yeah.
And I thought this was going to be a big challenge for him, right? Like he took over a team that for the last, 6-7 years is
underperformed for sure.
Terribly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I don't think anybody looks at his team right now and is like, wow, they're just loaded with talent.
No,
right? Receiver, running back, they got some okay guys that are coming off injuries, but I mean they're a force this year. They're really good.
It's funny, Danny. I read an article today about Josh Allen, and that somebody went back and watched the tape. Might have been Joe Biscaglia.
Joe Biscaglia? Okay.
Yeah, Biscaglia. He went back and watched the tape, and he said this was a great game for Josh Allen, even with the 2 interceptions. He goes, the way this guy is making reads and processing so quickly, seeing Hollins as your 4th option and getting it out that quickly and seeing, where defenses are and being able to read the defense and how, some of the picks aren't exactly his fault. I mean, Joe is a Seattle Seahawks fan. I think that was the first interception. I think, what is he at, 3 interceptions this season?
Yes.
That's way down from, where he's been. And he was going through just saying, like, the processing speed of Josh Allen is amazing and how he's able to see things so quickly and read where the defender is. and sometimes put it. If a guy doesn't get it, he doesn't get it. But the pick in Seattle was Amari Cooper slipping.
He slipped, right?
Yeah.
And the second pick was a deflection. I mean,
They're
there's
going without Josh Allen. That team is nothing.
Well, they're nothing. They're nothing. The thing about Josh Allen is that his stats, his numbers aren't that good this year.
Right. That's what he's saying.
That's not the point. The point is that he's playing more like Tom Brady.
You got it.
In other words, all right, you're gonna
Heady.
Okay, I'm just going to like dink and dunk you to death.
Yeah.
And then when I have to, I'll beat you with my legs or I'll beat you with a bullet pass.
Yep.
He's saving his arsenal. He's not like, all right, I'm going all out every single pass.
And that's what he used to do.
Right.
But I think that, Joe, that's coaching. I really do.
For sure. They had that game. I forget who it was earlier in the year. Oh, Miami? Like he threw the ball like 15 or 18 times or something. But it's like, if they're not going to stop the run.
They had a lot of short fields to work with because like Tua gave him the ball 4 times.
Yeah.
That helps. So he didn't have to work as hard. But then there's a game last year where against Dallas, right? Okay, big matchup, 4:00, right? And they just ran all over Dallas. He goes, I feel like the guy showed up at the project and got an A and didn't do anything.
Yeah.
He didn't have to.
But
that's what you want.
Yeah, that is good coaching though.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Brilliant at the basics.
Unfortunately, he's a Patriots fan, but I think Belichick was always great at that, right?
Well, I think once you get that confidence in the coach a smart coach is harder on the team when they win and not as hard when they lose, or at least that's what I've read. Now, again, I always want to say I've never done it, so
yeah.
I don't, but it is some things when you look at it and you watch, even with the Bills, it's like you've built that confidence in that guy that even when there is a pick, head's not down, looking at the tablet to see what went wrong, but very much in the moment of what's happening right now.
And I think it's knowing the guy, right?
Yeah.
Knowing the guy, knowing the kids. I mean, kids come from, obviously all different backgrounds,
Sure.
family settings.
Yep.
And there's some kids that you can, their dad's like, you get on them, you chew them out. And then there's other ones that you're just like, you learn like, you get on him hard and he's shutting down.
Right.
Get it.
Right.
So you better find a different method to motivate or try and demonstrate what you're trying to get them to do than just, whatever it is, whether it be yelling or demonstrations on a board. The last few years I've tried to use a bunch of video clips more because I think kids
They do. That's what they did, Jess.
Correct.
All
That's
the time.
And they're a little more, and when I'm drawing it on a board versus when they can see an actual example of them or their peers, right? They're like, oh, they get super excited. Here's Billy coming up and look at what he did. You know what I mean? So I think that and the visual, right? Sometimes you're trying to explain it to them in the middle of a game. And,
it just doesn't work.
You got all sorts of things going on and you got the board and you're trying to demonstrate and they just came off the ice. So they're huffing and puffing. And I'm like, how much is this kid really zoned in on what message you're trying to get through?
Yeah.
How
important at that age are things like diet? I mean, I got to think it's pretty important, but I don't know how you rein it in.
Only one bowl of Cocoa Puffs.
The kids. Well, Danny, I got to tell you this. So I have a 14-year-old son. He is around somewhere. He went. So the other day,
ice cream and wings at Damien's.
he very well could be. So I have been doing some substitute teaching during the day. Just with him living with me, I went, oh boy, I got it. My grocery bill went, my this bill went. I was like, what? Oh. So instead of putting more pressure here, I'll do this. I got the time. So but I can't get to him, right? So he comes here and they let him into the studio. But yesterday was the dollar store and here comes a boatload of candy, a boatload. And within a half hour, the watermelon gummies, the Mike and Ike's, a bag of Cheetos, and something else are devoured. And the kid is 6'1". He's 14 years old. We go home, and he's like, oh, I'm really tired. Yeah, you crashed. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it's one of these things where I don't want to be up your ass, and I'm not with you, but I got to find a way to try to steer you. I always say, at this age, I'd rather be a matador. Instead of yelling at you like, you goddamn it, why are you eating all the candy? Of course you're going to crash. Like my parents would have done. It's more like, hey, man, why don't we come over here? I bet you feel a little bit better. Try this, try that. That's sort of my method because it seems to be what works better with youth today. I don't know. Well,
I think it's, it's tough because as kids, right? Like they don't necessarily think that
whatever
way.
tastes good.
Correct. I mean, I get on my son about similar type stuff. The bigger reason I tell him I'm getting on him is because I'm like, like I said, he's active. Tyler's super active. I mean, these kids are running around. They burn off all.
Yes, sure.
But I'm like, you're also setting yourself up for some
Later on.
bad habits, right?
Yes.
I mean,
There'll be a time when you're sitting and it's not running.
correct.
Yeah.
Or you just don't burn it off the same.
That's what I mean.
Right?
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
the last couple months, I mean, Kevin will tell you, I've actually lost a bunch of weight, like a lot of weight. But I mean, I went through 3 or 4 years of just.
Are you sick?
No, no, I actually.
I know you weren't because that would have come out already.
Yeah.
That's why I felt like I could say that.
No,
I told you how he lost part of the weight.
No.
Yeah, I told you he had an app and he was betting on himself.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
I love this app. Go, but keep going.
Well, I did the app first, like, I don't know, maybe 8 or 10 years ago, right? And
Wait, they had the app then?
it was a while ago, yeah.
Yeah.
So I did it. Maybe it was less, maybe it was 6. I don't know.
I don't know.
But I wanted to lose weight.
Yeah.
So I put this $500-$600 bet on how much. So you have to pick how much you're going to lose.
And in what time frame, right?
Yeah, but there's limitations, right? They don't want people like starving themselves, right? So it's unhealthy, right? So I think I put like 30 pounds in like, or 35 pounds in like 6 months.
Okay. All right. So that's a little healthier.
Yeah.
Because Danny did a different diet,
30
but
pounds.
structured.
Yeah, 30 pounds in 7 weeks.
Yeah. So for me, it's not hard to lose weight.
By the way,
right?
we all bet against Danny, and he proved us all wrong.
Yes.
Oh,
Still.
I would have bet on you.
Thank you.
Right?
I appreciate that.
So I lost like 30 pounds in like a month and a half. Like it was just off. All I did was eat better and exercise more.
Yeah.
Right. But when I did it with the app, I kind of, once I got there, I was like, oh, I won. Now I just got to like maintain it. Right.
Yeah.
So I maintained it, got my payout, which I was excited about. And then I kind of just let all the habits start to slip.
Yeah.
Right. And then I went through like
easier.
3 or 4 years with just super bad, terrible habits. Right. And I put it all back on, and I went to the doctor, which I hadn't been for a while. And like, I got some really bad blood work, and I was like, I got to change this.
Yeah. Yeah, you do, because you want to be around.
Correct.
Right.
And yeah, so I was like, well, it's time to do it again. And then there's a part of me that's like, I should place the bet again. Right. Because they email me all the time to do it. But I'm like, no, I'm not.
Have you gotten chubby yet? We need another bet.
But I was like, I'm not doing the bet this time. I got to do it because I want to do it. You know what I mean? And it was the same thing. I was a little nervous because I know I'm older,
Yeah,
right? And I'm like,
yeah.
what if I can't lose the weight the way I'm supposed to? You know?
Right.
And he wanted to put me on a medicine, and I was like,
No.
I'm not doing that. I'm going to try and just do it.
Yeah.
Which I did, and the weight came right off again. But I try and tell my son, right? Because I was pretty honest with my kids, right? Because now all of a sudden, Dad's always making them like giant pizzas, and we're doing all this. I'm like, I'm not going to be doing that anymore, right?
Yeah.
Not nearly as much. So like for my son, I'm like, man, like I don't want you to have these same type of habits
Yeah.
that I had, right? Like eating late at night. You know what I mean?
That's a bad one for me.
It's
Terrible one for me.
It's like it's like an addiction, right?
Well,
Like you're not even like hungry. Like I'll be sitting there, I'm like, I want something to eat. I'm like,
Yeah.
"You're
Or
not even
sometimes
hungry."
I'm tired.
Mm-hmm.
So in order to keep going, crackers and cheese, bread, more chips, whatever's
Yeah.
easy and quick. And I put on a ton of weight. I've been really on myself, same thing, quietly, to just try to let's get this back down. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm up, record highs for me.
Yeah, I like I said, it worked for me. Thankfully, I dropped a ton. I just went back like 2 weeks ago.
What's the betting app? I remember seeing this on TV last year around New Year's, and it was where you would put down money on yourself like you did.
Yeah.
And the same type of thing, and I forget the names of the app. I had never seen it until, honestly, last year, but they started doing ads on TV. I'm sure the app was around well before that.
Yeah. I'll look in between sections. I could see if I can find it because they do send me emails. But like I had to weigh myself. You have to weigh yourself and video it and like do it like a full like spin around thing so they can, see it, and then it gets verified, and then you have to do the same thing.
So when you bet, do they double the bet? What's the total amount you win?
I think mine was a little bit more than double.
A little more than double. So
yeah.
if you put 600, you're up around 14?
Yeah, something like that. But it varies depending on your degree of how much you're going to lose, and I guess how fast. So when you lost your weight, was it just diet and exercise?
Yeah, it wasn't even exercise. It was a special strict diet.
See, I don't do the diet thing. I mean, I just eat way less.
Yeah.
I eat way better.
Yeah.
And then I started exercising again, which is, I got this giant elliptical in my basement. I'm just like, there's no reason why I can't get on here. 40 minutes a day, right? Like at 20-minute sections, I do it. Sometimes I get on there 3 times, but I'm like, there's no reason. Like if I'm sitting down when the kids go to bed to watch a hockey game, like how hard is it for 20 minutes, right?
Yeah.
But I wasn't doing it, so it's obviously hard enough that I didn't do it for a long time.
Right.
I would love to see the stats on that app, though, as to how many are
don't
successful
fall. Yes.
and how many lose their money.
I bet you that it would be slightly higher because you got skin in the game of people winning. I'm sure there's losers, but I would think it's only because you're invested. And do they email you throughout or put reminders in? Hey, no,
I don't remember them doing that. I know there was
be
2
losing on their end if they did.
There was 2 different types. There was one where it's just like a singular bet, and then there's other ones where there was like I think a big prize pool,
okay,
and you can join that with other people, and like if you're successful, like you get a piece of it. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
A little parlay.
Yeah.
Lower your blood sugar, lower your cholesterol.
When I did it, I think I did it with, I had like 2 or 3 other guys that I had skated with that were, that I got to do it with me. And the one guy, I think he bowed out in like a week. He was just like, and then the other guy he was pretty close, but then like the last week he started like UFC weight cutting because it was close. Like he was really close, and he was like, I remember he told me, he's like, I probably was not doing healthy things, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like just not eating and like sweating it all out just to get that video of him weighing in. But you didn't add any exercise into it, or
no, they recommended that you didn't do any exercise because like your body was you were only down to like 900 calories a day. So and a third of them had to be healthy fats and oils. So
the name of his new band, Danny and the Healthy Fats.
So what happened was you're only really eating 600 calories a day.
Yeah.
So it was I don't want to say it was a starvation diet, but I mean it was along those lines. They gave you like vitamins and drops to take and all this other stuff, but for 30 days, this is all you ate.
I saw something. Kevin James was on I think the Rogan podcast, and he said he went like 41 days without eating.
What?
Yeah, and then Russell Okung, who used to offensive lineman, I think he went like 42 or something. And I was
without eating? So just water. Right? Or coffee.
And mineral salts.
Mineral salts.
Yeah, he said something about the salts, which I didn't know. I was just like, that's crazy. Like I said, I cut down a bunch, and I eat way cleaner.
Kevin James isn't as funny without the fat.
I tell my friends all the time that Fat Joe was a lot more fun than Skinny Joe is.
All right, we'll take a moment. When we come back, there's a game in Buffalo. I don't know if you're aware of it this weekend. CBS is coming and the whole thing.
Yeah, I heard about these.
Yeah,
people.
and Taylor will be there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, no kidding.
Well,
okay.
she's got our concert in Toronto Friday and Saturday.
Yeah, I heard.
Bandits are opening their season?
Huh?
The Buffalo Bandits are opening their season?
The Bandits are opening their season. So we'll
World Championship
We'll
defense.
talk a little of that, but
Kevin said he's going to get his family some tickets to that Taylor concert, I think, right?
oh,
Yeah,
is that what you're going to do?
absolutely.
You better go to the First Bank of Connors. We'll take a moment. But first, looking for an upscale place to unwind this weekend? You got to head to Cobblestone on Main at 109 West Main Street in the Village of Webster. This is the spot for craft cocktails that changed with the season. An amazing wine selection and, of course, local craft beers. The food? Unforgettable. You have to try this week's taco special. Baja Grilled Chicken Tacos, a must-have. For a cozy, intimate dining experience, Cobblestone on Main delivers with flavors that'll leave you wanting more. From the irresistible romaine wedge to the 14-ounce premium reserve bone-in pork chop. Oh, And there's dessert, like their decadent chocolate cakes or silky creme brulee. Cobblestone on Main, upscale casual dining for friends and family. Feeling achy? Tired of popping pills that make you feel like a zombie? Before you turn into one, swing by MJ Dispensary at 900 Jefferson Road in Henrietta. They're in Suite 902, and you got to let their bud tenders work their magic. These aren't your average employees. They're like wizards of wellness, man. Whether you're looking for gummies, pre-rolls, oils, or creams, they've got just the thing to help you chill and feel better. Head over to mjdispensary585.com. They'll even deliver to your door. MJ Dispensary, 900 Jefferson Road in Henrietta. They've got what you need to live better and maybe smile a little more too. This is a song by a band called the Zambonis, and it's called Bob Marley and the Hartford Whalers.
Sounds like the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones.
Yeah.
Did they weave the brass bonanza into this song?
I don't think so.
That was the Hartford Whalers theme song. They used to play in a mall. They had a rink in a mall. That's why they eventually pulled up stakes and left.
There it is. They have left town. There it is. That's funny.
Did they go to Arizona?
No, they went to Carolina.
Oh, that's right. They went to Carolina. Okay.
What was the name of that betting app if you want to bet on your weight again?
Healthy Wage.
Healthy Wage. Healthy Wage. Healthy Wage. Healthy Fats. We got all the healthy stuff going on right now.
I saw a guy radio guy talking about having low T today, and how this company came and tested out his testosterone, like did a blood test, and now how you can like get testosterone therapy and stuff like that. But it's like, oh, he's talking about having low T. I'm like, I would never admit that, even if I had it. I don't know if it's because leading to an endorsement or something like that.
Yeah.
But I also know the guy's a vegetarian. I'm like, that might be part of the problem.
It could be.
Bro, I love you, but
be.
eat some steak.
Your meat needs some meat.
Yeah.
You gotta exercise too. Exercise increases your testosterone.
Yeah.
If you got some low T.
What is this exercise you speak of?
Well, I don't.
It's funny. You know what I just bought? I just bought for when I'm working, one of those pedals that you put on the floor. You just pedal along while you're working.
Come on.
I'm serious. I
see that on. I see that on
love it.
on the R News.
Yes, I know.
Channel.
Well,
fantastic.
good. I can't wait to see
'cause
what you think. How it works.
And it's all old people in the commercial.
Okay, I want to see how.
But look,
how it works.
like sitting is the new smoking. They say. I don't know if that's true.
No, I would think that it's damn close.
You know, I mean, we weren't
We're
made to just
sedentary.
sit on our butts all day like God did in the 60s. Okay, you guys are all going to have office jobs.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
You're going to file paperwork and be on computers. No, we were out hunting and doing stuff. And now that's changed in America. And we're getting sloppy. So
Yes.
I decided to stay active while I'm working. Best of both worlds.
Does it register? I mean, it registers.
Yeah, it
all
registers
your
how
steps
many
and
your
everything?
distance, your calories. Although I think the calories are a little off.
Can you get pressure on the what kind of? You can't sit in a chair with wheels because you'd be pushing yourself.
Oh
back.
no, that's the cool thing about it. So they got this strap, right? So you're strapped in. You put the strap underneath the pedal board, and then you wrap it around the back of the chair. So now, no matter how hard, like you're Fred Flintstoning, you can't go anywhere.
Did you get the enhanced model that has the quiet sound so your coworkers don't know?
Danny, we need
No.
video. We need video of this that we can put on social media to see Danny's.
Okay.
Yeah.
My wife
You
tried it
actually
last night.
You have to strap yourself into you.
Well, because I'm thinking you would push back.
You have to
off
no,
the
you
chair.
strap the chair around.
So you got to
it.
strap
You're
the
not
chair
strapping
around
yourself.
so it stays with you.
Yeah.
And you're sort of anchored there.
My wife tried it last night. She goes, "I'm too short." Like she can't. So
well, you could probably
her feet,
move it
like
closer.
if she sits on the couch, her feet can't hit the ground. She's too short.
He's gonna bring it in and start doing it on the show.
Okay.
You know what? I could do that.
Love to see it when he gets
can we
himself.
start-
No, I don't think it'll work because this is too low.
Can we start a challenge and see how many steps he can get in one day? I mean, if he just does it, work,
Nonstop.
the show.
I mean, that's a pain in the ass. I've tried going for like an hour and a half. I'm like, okay, that's enough. You know.
All right, but how far did you get in an hour and a half?
I don't know. I don't know what the distance was.
Now, if I do a
Halfway to Syracuse.
if I do a spin class in an hour, you're around 15 miles, 16 miles for me.
Okay.
That doesn't mean that. I don't know. So some people could be doing double, triple that. I have no idea. But
But I don't think they're not like bike pedals. They're not as wide of a pedal.
It's almost like an elliptical.
Yeah. But it's like much shorter strides, but you're still doing it. Oh, yeah.
I mean, you're moving, right?
Yeah,
I guess
exactly. That's
what
the
it comes
idea.
down to, is
They say
you're moving.
shivering
Where did you
and
get this?
fidgeting will actually help you lose weight, believe it or not.
Where did you get this from?
I got it on Amazon.
Oh.
It was real cheap. I had to put it together myself.
Did you do it
Because the other ones are
backwards?
like worth over $100. And my wife sees it. She goes, oh, well, I was going to get you that for Christmas, so I'll just scratch that off the list. I go, I'm taking care of myself now. That's not going to help me at Christmas. I need help now.
Yeah,
be
we got
healthy
a
now.
holiday in between there called Thanksgiving that we eat a
Right.
lot.
I got to budget my calories.
What do you got?
Research indicates that on average, participants burn 400 to 600 calories in a 40-minute workout in a spin class. The distance depends on cadence. However, an estimated average 40-minute class at a cadence of 80 to 110 RPM is the equivalent to 15 to 20 miles on the road.
Yeah.
So you're right in that.
Yeah, right
You're
in
right in
that-
that
The
average.
thing about spin classes, though, is that you're going uphill, downhill. You're
Yeah.
doing all like this.
Yeah.
You're just like
Yeah, you go. Well, yeah, but it's movement.
It is
It's
movement,
Not, it's not
yeah.
bad. I mean, it gets the clots.
Yeah.
You know, keep
The
clots
funny thing, my aunt with her bad leg just bought one of those too
Did she really? Shut up.
on Amazon.
Ah, that's great. Well, I can't wait I want video. I think we should do the whole thing following Dan. I think it'd be great.
all right.
It's exercise, right?
It's exercise.
Look, Jimmy Kimmel lost a ton of weight from a walking desk. It was a treadmill on a desk. so that he
I have
just-
one of those too.
What?
The problem is that it's very hard to like
What you should do.
It is. It's a pain in the neck.
Track your mileage and take Route 66 and see how long it takes to get Route 66. One of my teachers from high school does that on a treadmill challenge.
Really?
He's walked from Maine to tip of California.
Yeah.
He's done the Appalachian Trail.
What a great teaching tool with kids, like to
But it
show
just
them.
gives him, shows
Yeah.
what he's doing, and
Right.
it's, giving him a sense of
I'm getting
something to
motivated
do.
over here. I'm going to get myself back in shape. I'm getting sexy.
Oh,
again.
get ripped, baby.
Motivated.
That's what it's going to be, Danny. Motivated.
Joe's
motivated,
barbecue
motivated.
foot massage.
All right, Danny, real quick, and we'll let Joe weigh in too. And I don't know if Kevin has thoughts on this game or not, but the Chiefs and the Bills, this is for pretty much all the marbles. And it was interesting because I think I am guilty of saying that the Kansas City Chiefs are a very lucky team because they blocked the punt and all that stuff. It's
funny you
and
mention
then I got a video sent to me from one Greg Connors, and it was Pat McAfee breaking down the
Special teams.
the
He said it to me
the
too.
stance and how
Yeah.
bad it was on
must
this
not
one
be loved
guy.
anymore by Greg.
And he goes, "It's terrible."
He specifically told us not to share it with you.
no, he.
I'm just joking.
I'm not loved. I didn't come Sunday.
That's gonna help Kevin burn calories. By the way, he's gonna get so mad it's just gonna start.
No, I'm out of the loop. I didn't come on
stop.
Sunday, so
Stop.
Greg's like, he's out.
So he was saying like they're so good at the little things. Like they practice the little things, and they could see this guy's footwork, his stance, his head's still down.
They knew exactly where to attack on
He
the
said
field goal.
he knew exactly when to attack on the field goal, and they practice those fine-tuned things.
Fundamentals.
Not to bring up.
Well, but even that's really heavy,
Yeah.
fine-tuned stuff.
it's the Belichick coaching. Not to bring up a sore subject. That's
Yeah.
what they practiced that interception. They had that in there, ran it all week in the Super Bowl when they picked off Russell Wilson.
Oh, that hurts.
They practiced that
yeah,
Malcolm
and
Butler.
said
yeah.
that was going to come up sometime during the game.
But I mean, Belichick's done it a number of times where he'll find some specific thing they're just waiting for, right?
Yeah.
Right. Whether it be a rule, like a loophole in the rules, or something that a team does.
He was the
And-
one having linebackers jump the line on blocking field goals, jumping over the line to get in there and block it until they outlawed that.
Then last year, before he got fired, he ran a special teams play where he had 10 guys on the line to block the field goal. One guy running in motion, getting a head start, and then he takes off and blocks the field goal. You know,
I mean, it's amazing what you can pick up, but that's a lot of study.
but
I mean,
Well,
I
and
think
years of
it's-
experience. I mean, you're talking to Andy Reid with
Sure.
the Chiefs, right? So this is years.
There's so much
found a
stuff.
loophole in Denver's special teams.
He needs your pedal, sitting pedal.
So-
What do they call it? Is it the sitting pedal?
I don't even know what it's called. I just thought, oh, that looks cool. I'll get one of those.
But there's so much video. I mean, there's so many different football teams from high school to the pros where somebody's always running something that may work.
Yes,
in this
at a
situation.
different level,
or
at
in
any
this
level.
situation.
Yeah.
And it's it's not like it's just a matter of who do you know and what film are you watching?
Well, that, and I do think that the coaching on those fundamentals or those little things like, hey, look for this, get the head up, blocking, knowing when to jump, all that stuff is critical. And I got to tell you, I think everybody, if we all could have a coach in just life, you'd be better.
Yeah.
You can't try it. Exercise with a coach, then exercise without a coach. It's night and day.
I think if the Bills end up losing this weekend, it's probably going to be because of coaching. Like I really think I've made this argument before. I think coaching, if we're looking at a football perspective, I think obviously talent matters.
Yes,
but coaching matters too.
Yeah.
Right. And for me, I've said this, and people get on me. Belichick is a great coach. I'm never going to take that away. 99% of his major success was with Tom Brady.
Yes.
Andy Reid, I've made this argument. I'm more impressed with what he has done over the years. He's done it with multiple quarterbacks in multiple cities, and he's always successful.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty incredible. That was my big thing when the Broncos went after Sean Payton, right? Like Sean Payton he had Drew Brees in New Orleans. I think there's a lot of people that could have been successful with Drew Brees. Not everybody, but a lot of people.
Yeah.
And then as soon as Brees retired, he's kind of like,
I'm out.
Yeah, like, this isn't going so well. I'm going to take a break. I was like, what? So I don't know. I think Andy Reid's one of the best, if not the best coach.
Since you bring it up, talk to me about Russell Wilson. Super Bowl winner in Seattle. Certainly got an astronomical contract when he went to Denver. Things didn't go as well. And now we're starting to see some of the flashes of the old Russell in a Steelers uniform. The moon ball, as they call it, but it's a beautiful pass. It drops right in the breadbasket. I don't know what,
I think that first year in Denver, I think everything was just off. I think his attitude that he brings a little bit of, like he had his
Mr.
own
Unlimited.
office. Yeah.
Well, he was bigger than the team.
Correct.
That was the whole thing. I'm Russell Wilson, and I'm here to save you.
Yeah.
A franchise that's won Super Bowls in the past.
But even his last year in Denver under Peyton, his numbers weren't bad.
No, they weren't.
They really that first year it was just a complete and total train wreck. And to be honest, he didn't look good, and I was like, man, maybe he is washed, right?
Yeah.
But the next year with Peyton, his numbers were okay. I mean, the team wasn't great, but his numbers were okay, and he's looked. As much as I really, really don't like the Steelers, but the couple games he's played, I watch a lot of football.
I think there's two undefeated quarterbacks right now in the NFL. One of them is Patrick Mahomes at 9-0, and I think the other one is Russell Wilson.
It is Russell
in
Wilson.
The 3 games he's
played. There was a lot of controversy on whether or not Mike Tomlin, who's gotten a lot of flack over the years, but the guy's a hell of a coach. He's never had a sub-500 season in Pittsburgh, never. And he brings in Russell. He's like, no, I'm going to start Russell Wilson. Oh, you're not going to start the other kid.
Fields.
Yeah, Justin Fields. He's winning. No, I'm going to start my guy because Russell Wilson, I mean, the guy's been humble. He wasn't going to come to Pittsburgh and be the man. He's like, hey, look, you're on a 1-year prove-it deal. Can you do it? And he's like, okay. So he's making like the league minimum because he's still getting paid by Denver. He's making the league minimum right now, and he has actually played good football. I mean, they brought in Mike Williams. The Jets get rid of him. He walks into Pittsburgh and catches the game-winning touchdown against Washington. So they're playing well.
I think people forget too that we don't see what goes on day to day in practices, right?
Exactly.
Right.
And I think a good coach, and Tomlin is a good coach, and I respect him a lot because, like you said, they always win. I think he recognized, like, yeah, we're 6-2, but we're 6-2 mostly because of our defense, right?
Yeah.
Like Fields is making a couple plays on his feet, and I mean, Fields only had like 7 touchdown passes in 6 games. That's not good. Like you may be winning, but it's not.
Yeah,
good.
it wasn't. It was the defense. Pittsburgh. You could argue that Pittsburgh, or the Chargers, or the Chiefs have the best defense in the NFL. And you can put the Bills in that category too. In the second half, both of those teams have only allowed 1 touchdown in the second half of every game all season on average.
That's crazy.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. It's interesting though with this game coming up.
Well, who do you like?
Cindy, I like the Chiefs.
What?
I like the Chiefs.
Danny.
Well, here's why. I mean, I mean, I hate it. I hope I'm wrong.
Let me have that fucking
Okay,
Fitbit.
well,
I need to see what's happening with my heart.
That means you trust my judgment.
No, I don't like the answer.
But you don't like the answer because you think I might be right. So you
No.
trust my judgment.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I hate it too. I don't like being right all the time either.
I don't
But
like-
here, so my friend Jeff Chadilla from NFL Network texted me this. I used to have him on my show when I had a show. And he goes, if the Bills don't have Cooper, Coleman, and Kincaid, we know they won't have Coleman. He goes, this will be the third team Kansas City has faced that was down at least 3 key receivers. 49ers and Bucks were the others. Crazy. I'm like, holy cow, he's right.
But I think Cooper will be back,
that
though.
plays into, I hope he is. He didn't, I mean, today they did a walkthrough and he was limited in a walkthrough today. Okay. Now, the thing you have to consider, though, it plays into your theory that Kansas City has been a little bit luckier than good.
Yes.
Because, I mean, they face some pretty good teams, but they face them without their full arsenal of weapons.
Right.
But that's the NFL. Here's the other thing. This game that everyone's gearing up for, like it's like, it's the end of the world. Okay. If the Bills win this game, okay, now you still have 2 losses. Kansas City only has 1. Kansas City would have to lose another game, and the Bills would have to win out for the Bills to get home field advantage. Because if they lose one more, now they got to take a backseat to Baltimore, who beat them earlier this season. If the Bills lose on Sunday, well, you know they're going to win the division. So now it's a matter of, okay, the second game, odds are you're playing on the road. So that's what this game's about. This game is not, they'd have to go a lot.
Well, there's some implications.
There
to
are
this
some
game,
implications, but it's not as it's win and then hope that Kansas City screws up the rest of the year, and so does Baltimore, and that you win out. Oh, by the way, you still have to play the Niners, the Giants, and the Chargers, who are pretty freaking good.
Yeah.
So you're asking a lot. So while this game is huge, if they go out and win, okay, great. You got to keep winning. You can't just okay, we're going to lay an egg against. You can't. There's no eggs.
No.
Laying,
Sure the
period.
Giants are good.
I know he didn't mean that.
Chargers.
Well, you
Giants,
say
too.
you threw the Giants in there.
I didn't say-
you have 3 teams that they have to face. Are they playing the
I
Giants?
said the Lions, the 49ers, and the Chargers.
Oh,
they're
you
not
did
playing
say
the
the
Lions.
Giants.
You said Giants.
You
I don't know why I said
you said the Giants instead of the
We
Lions.
thought you were drinking.
You said the Giants
Maybe
instead of the Lions.
yeah, but the Lions are really good.
Yes.
I mean,
Well, 'cause I
Jared
think
Goff
you were
threw
going
5
NFC.
picks on the road Sunday night, and they won.
I know, but that was a bizarre game. That
both
was
ways.
a bizarre game. There was 4 picks in the third quarter between the 2 guys, 2 quarterbacks.
And you got to play New England twice.
You do. And by the way,
Yeah, well,
divisional
there's-
rivals aren't like gimmies.
No, they're not.
Oh, you got to play the
And
Jets
their defense
too.
is pretty good.
All right,
yeah,
so
it is.
you're picking the Chiefs. Let me go to
Unfortunately, yeah, I'm picking the Chiefs to
Let
win
me go
this
to a
game.
guy who's bets on these things.
I think I'm actually picking the Bills.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Kansas City, like I said, they're a good team. Their defense is good. But the Bills' defense has been playing really well. I think being at home will help.
Yeah.
And I think I said something to you before about when the Bills lost Stephon Diggs. I wasn't that worried. I just think there's certain quarterbacks that I'm not sure. I mean, Mahomes has kind of been this too. I'm not sure if the weapons matter a ton.
No Pacheco this weekend either. He's not playing. They said.
Yeah, that's a big deal. I'm just not sure how much the weapons matter. I mean, when I watch Allen with Shakir, now I would be really concerned if Shakir wasn't there. Like that seems they have a connection that seems like really, really impressive. I don't know. I just the Chiefs they're catching a ton of breaks. They make plays. They make plays when they have to. They do
Behind the back.
But I think the Bills are just as good as they are, and I think being at home, I think the Chiefs are due for.
What, are they 1.5 point favorites?
Buffalo's 1.5.
Buffalo's
1.5. That's what I mean. Yeah.
It's fluctuated from 2.5 to 1.5.
Yeah, and you get 3 points for playing at
Right.
home.
Yeah.
So
But I mean, even if they have Cooper, right? Even if they have
Yeah.
Amari Cooper, Amari Cooper's played 1 whole game in the Bills uniform. So I mean,
But he looked good in a
Kincaid may not
couple
be-
of-
I mean, if Kincaid's there and Cooper's there, okay,
yeah.
okay. But if you're losing 1 or 2 of those guys, now you got to rely on Shakir,
Hollis
Dawson
was good.
Knox.
Hollis, I liked. Hollis had some plays. Got a 16-yard first down, third. Come on, Danny.
Matt Collins had a couple nice plays.
Was
He
it
had
Collins or Hollins?
Mac Hollins.
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 Yeah, that's how okay.
Yeah, I mean, he had a couple. Josh improved on. Like,
Yeah.
those were improv
Yes.
throws, and he caught the ball. Fantastic. I wish he could have done that against Houston. He didn't, but good. He's getting better. But yeah, I mean, you're asking a lot. And oh, by the way, the Bills have this tendency, like they've praised Bobby Babich, the defensive coordinator, for doing this. Hey, we're gonna see what the offense and the other team
For the
puts
first
out
half.
there for the first half,
Yeah.
and then we're gonna adjust. Okay. But if they put up like Baltimore
I know,
did 21,
I know.
you want to adjust to the KC
Right.
defense?
You gotta, yeah.
Well, you're on offense too. It's going to be hard. I mean, I hope the Bills win.
Kevin?
The line's currently at 2 on DraftKings.
Okay.
Kansas City's getting 2. I think for Danny, for our friend Greg, I've been pretty consistent in my picks this year of whoever I'm picking, the other team wins.
Yeah.
So I think for Greg and for Dan, I'm going to take the Chiefs to cover.
Well, good.
All right. We'll take a moment. We have a closest to the pin we haven't played in a long time.
All
And
right.
the reason is Occhino says he wins every time.
Oh, okay. All right.
Not every time. I think I'm pretty good.
He's
at
willing
it.
to put
different
money.
when-
He's willing to put money on
It's
it.
different when you do it into a microphone.
And I do have a question. I
can
question
see that.
about something that happened in Canandaigua on the beautiful Finger Lake of Canandaigua Lake.
Oh, okay.
I can't make sense of this, but we'll get to that all after this. Oh, it's fall, y'all. Time for Leo's famous pumpkin pie. Oh, so good. It's made fresh for you and your family from only the finest ingredients and only from Leo's. Plus, enjoy plenty of Leo's prepared foods from their deli and cafe. And remember to order your full hand-carved turkey dinner with all the fixins for just $225, including mashed potatoes, gravy, stuffing, corn, cranberry relish, dinner rolls, and a Leo's pie. Just order yours by November 17th. What's the best thing about Leo's? Everything. On Dispatch Drive in East Rochester, open every day. Victor Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram's got their Black Friday sales event going on right now. That means huge savings for you. Look, the weather is going to change. The lake is warm. The cold weather comes across that. We could have one snowy winter. You want to have something that's going to be safe and reliable for you and your family. And you'll find it at Victor Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, like a new 2024 Jeep Compass Limited 4x4, $249 per month for 42 months. First payment, DMV taxes, fees due at signing, $3,500 cash or trade, 7,500 miles per year. Must have lease loyalty. See dealer for details. Exclusions apply. Or how about a new 2024 Jeep Grand Cherokee 4xe, up to 50% off the MSRP with 7 to choose from. Some of these units have hail damage, but that means you could save big, up to 50% off the MSRP, part of Victor Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram's hail sale. The Black Friday sales event is underway at Victor Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Route 96 in Victor. You can find out more online at victorcdjr.com. Dropkick Murphys. Time to go. Another hockey song. And they're just yelling about hockey. That's what it is. Hockey, hockey, hockey.
It's like half a theme that tune with you tonight.
So I see a story locally that a man is recovering after he inadvertently drove into Canandaigua Lake and had to swim to safety. So I'm going,
How far did the GPS take him?
okay, a lot of questions here, right? Because there's a boat ramp. You could go down that into
left.
it.
I think he just went off the dock.
Yeah. He's 19 at 1:45 in the morning. He had stopped his vehicle on the pier to rest, is what they say. He stopped his vehicle on the pier to rest. Well, the pier that they were showing, it looks like it's not even wide enough for a car. I don't know how you get out there. I don't know if this is a dare. It was 1:25 a.m. Excuse me. I think I said 1:45. 1:25 on a Tuesday morning. So I naturally 1:25 a.m. car ends up in the lake. I'm thinking drugs or alcohol. They are saying drugs and alcohol did not have a factor in the incident.
Okay, whose kid is he?
I don't fucking know. Well, okay.
That's my point.
Yeah.
Whose
But
kid is he?
It's like,
Did he have some sort of like a medical emergency?
Did he have a medical alert bracelet?
okay. All right. Nah, that's something
But
I
it
didn't
still
think
doesn't
of.
explain that he
He
took the
stopped his
car out
vehicle on the
there.
pier to rest and drove into the water while making a U-turn.
Yeah, you got to
Where the
keep
fuck
you
are
got to
you
keep
turning?
on piers.
Yes,
you
that
can't bang
part
a
scared
Yui.
me. I was like, maybe if he went to rest and like fell asleep.
I don't
or
know.
something,
Yeah,
but
woke up.
If you're making a U-turn,
You're making a U-turn. Like, he drove out there. I got to think there's more to this story. There has to be. You were fucking around. Maybe you were stone cold sober, but you and your buddies on a dare. We're going to try this. I don't know.
You know who's probably got information for you off the record would probably be our friend across the street, because all those agencies, they talk.
Well, FLCC is right down there, right? Finger Lakes Community College is down along there. And I'm wondering, and they have dorms.
Yeah.
So I'm going, this is a FLCC kid fucking around, and I want to know what happened. Only because I want to laugh at you.
Yeah, right.
But so he got ticketed for, driver was ticketed for, ready for this? Moving from a lane unsafely. And I think he has to pay because they needed like a crane to get in there and pull it out.
Well, wait till the
and
DEC gets involved and they fine him for polluting the lakes.
I was wondering what that fine is. There is got to be something with the EPA, right? Or DEC, EPA, DEC, something. But what's that?
So car goes in.
Yes.
He gets out and
Swims. Yeah.
Like, how far does anyone
It
know?
was not far from the pier.
Not far.
Probably
But
from here to the...
maybe a quarter mile.
Not even.
That's a lot.
The way I saw it, it was...
It is a lot. You're right. But, I mean, it's one of those that...
That's more than that's like 2-3 pool lengths.
Just one kid, just one kid was in there?
That's what they're saying.
It was right-
So
it
that
was
takes
right near,
out
like,
my
the
theory
ramp,
of,
I
hey,
think.
watch this. Oh, I don't know who's waiting on the shore, Joe. Somebody's watching.
People were running.
There's a Snapchat somewhere. There's a Snapchat somewhere that's got this kid driving into the lake. Don't you think? No? Danny says no. I think there is. I think there's no way you're not filming. At 19, you film everything.
Or, I mean...
The reason as to why, though. Why what's the payoff?
Well, there's a lot of college kids that do things with no
whys. Payoff.
but-
Right now, we just did a whole thing last night on the door kick challenge, which Jameson says is not something, and I did. It's called the door kick game, where people run up to a door instead of ding dong ditch. They kick the door as hard as they can and then run away. And it was happening around the country in different spots. And some guy put a tripwire, and this one kid gets caught in the tripwire. And then he comes out, and they go, and there was an assault filed, but the video is cut off.
So basically,
This guy went out and beat the shit out of the guy.
Basically, this car, he went into the marina. It's kind of like
where
where
the pier,
Cole...
though, right?
No, it's like the marina where like Cole's boat.
Okay.
They parked the boats.
Okay. All right.
But
that
still,
makes way more sense,
So he drove the dock.
Drove the dock. Yes.
But the part that, I mean...
Was he running for Senate in Massachusetts? Was there a pregnant lady in the car with him?
Yeah, that's what I thought. He drove the docks.
And he just climbed, I'm assuming he just climbed up the dock.
Yeah.
But the part, I mean, I think there has to be something. I mean,
Yes,
he's
you know
completely
better.
by himself.
There's no road out there.
No, and by yourself.
Yes, he's not by himself. I'm telling
There
you.
had to be
I'm telling you, there's a
I would
TikTok
think.
or a Snapchat is
And
what I'm
it's
thinking.
a Subaru, so those things drive at anything.
Yeah, it's true. It is true. They'll run forever. I'll give you that. That's a good thing.
A little water damage. Just a little water damage.
It'll be listed on one of those car sites tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah, the Carfax stuff is great, but man, you get a flooded car, that could be some bad stuff. Usually, they don't recover from that.
No.
You know, all your stuff.
You get a fish in the exhaust. It's over.
Well, I mean, I'm not a car guy, but I know a lot of it's electrical now, right?
Yeah,
Like,
it'll short
Electronical.
short it out.
Electronicals?
The electronicals will short out. That's for sure. Yeah, and especially if I don't think it was, but an electric car, you know, try to replace a battery in an electric car.
Yeah,
You're
costs as
anywhere
much
from
as a car.
12
I
to
still want to
20,000.
know an electric car, like in a flood or anything like that. Is it like tossing the toaster into the bathtub?
Good question.
I don't know the answer to that. I've never seen anything to answer that. Oh, like I've read a lot about the cars, never saw anything like that. That's a great question, because you know I've driven. People have Teslas, if they drive in the rain. I see what you're saying though. Let the water rise up.
You got the EV out there. I don't
Yeah.
think Carl will mind if you pop it into the canal real quick.
No, not at all.
Is
The water, they're lowering the water level right now, so
Well,
it's
they can't
easy to
with
see
it.
and get it out.
We got to place our bets as to what they're going to find.
Who was the guy that was driving? He was part of the crew. He dropped his daughter off at crew or something, and he's driving in, and he sees the top of a Jeep, and he calls 911. Didn't we have him
Yeah,
on?
we had that story.
Yeah.
I don't remember the
Well,
name.
I think we had him on, and because when they lowered the level, and no one, like, it was reported missing, but no one saw
Until the water went down?
Yeah, the entry into the canal.
They find all sorts of shit in the canal, like-
yeah, but there's brush. So it could have
Snowmobiles
There is
out
a
in your
current
Brockport and
there.
all that
There is
stuff.
a strong undertow. So I would assume maybe it pushed the vehicle a little bit if it landed upright and it's rolling along. I don't know.
We gotta place our bets because they're dropping it. I think in the next couple weeks.
What
they're gonna find?
Oh, yeah, it looked like they were starting to lower it now. The water level looked a little lower to me. I don't know if they are, but usually around
this
now,
time.
November, right? They go November to what is it? There are certain roads that are
around May.
closed from November. Isn't the bridge back open over the
Roddick
bay?
Way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
From now until
get to
what?
Webster-
April
April
1st?
1st.
Yeah.
Well, the good news is we have kids that are going to start driving soon. So I tried to explain to my son, I'm like, that's a great example. That's why car insurance for
Yeah,
teenage
for idiots
boys
is so high.
so expensive
That's
because
exactly why. It's statistics, and you are
About
part
it.
of the
I
problem.
Just had to renew, and it was not pretty.
No, you are part of the problem.
Not
All right.
me. Not me.
All right, we ready
Kenny,
for
Kenny, Connecticut is the issue.
Kenny, Connecticut. Closest to the pin. We haven't played this in a while.
No.
All right.
The term
Excited.
e-bug means emergency backup goalie. It's typically an everyday individual who has past goaltending experience, and each team is required to have one in the building for both teams to use if needed in a game.
Really?
How many times since 2016 has an e-bug seen action in an NHL game?
I don't know.
Yeah, they're usually
so you got to be like a neutral player, right? Because you got to play for
There was
either
a guy,
team.
they had a game a couple years ago in Toronto.
Toronto, yeah.
He actually came in and
This
played
is fantastic.
most of the second period and the whole third period.
For the visiting team, not the
And
Leafs.
played for Carolina, and they beat Toronto.
And they beat Toronto.
2016.
yes.
Since 2016, how many times has it
2016.
happened? Okay, I don't know.
Boasting 4 stages, 6 bars, which can accommodate up to almost 2,000 people, at an estimated cost of $20 million to build. Kid Rock's big-ass honky-tonk rock and roll steakhouse opened in October of what year? In
Is
Nashville.
that the one in Nashville?
The one in
that
Nashville
been
he's getting kicked out of?
It's
Twice.
that big?
Twice. Oh, yeah, it's huge.
I thought it was on the strip.
It's like 3 floors. It is on the strip.
Oh, but it's 3 floors.
3 floors.
Yeah.
Oh.
I believe it's 4.
What year did it open?
What year did it open?
4, my mistake. 4.
Okay. Kid Rock. I don't know.
Including live albums. How many albums has John Hyatt released?
This is so unfair.
You better win this one. You better get this question right.
I may not. Including live albums.
Including live.
How many albums has he released?
Correct.
Jeez. I'm really guessing at this. We're all in the same boat. By the way, John, have you ever even heard of John Hyatt?
It's Joe.
Or Joe, I'm sorry.
No.
Have you ever heard of See, I knew it. That's okay.
Joe is a big Seahawks fan who is constantly reminding me that Marshawn Lynch should have been given the handoff at the end of Super Bowl 49. How many wins, including regular season and playoffs, do the Seahawks have all time through week 10 of this season?
Oh, how many wins all time?
All time, including regular season and playoffs. This is the gut buster right here. This is the one that separates the winners from the losers.
Wins all time. I don't know. All time. It's such a hard one. Because I'm thinking, who was the Largent played for them?
Steve Largent.
Steve
Steve
Largent.
Largent. Didn't he go into politics after?
Yeah, he became the senator from Oklahoma.
Including playoffs. so.
Including playoffs.
All time. I don't even know what year they came into the league.
77.
That's cheating. That's cheating. You should not have told me that, Mr. Barillo.
Tampa Bay and Seattle came into the NFL the same year as expansion teams. Back in those days, they didn't have an expansion draft. They had to pick players from scratch.
They did? So they got
Yeah.
whatever was left.
Yeah.
Oh, that
Yeah.
sucks.
Which is why they weren't very good.
Sheriff Baxter was like the starting center.
All right. I've just put down a ridiculous number.
Joe is also a Buffalo guy known for formerly liking his wings and Huggy Bombs. What
Huggy
year was the city of Buffalo incorporated as a city? Yes, Joe will explain to you what a Huggy Bomb is as well. You've had a couple of them.
They're disgusting. They're
Look
disgusting.
at you. Why? Why? Oh,
Who said they're disgusting?
I said they're
did.
disgusting. Ugh.
Danny.
If we're thinking about the same thing.
All right, well, we'll find out. I don't know. I don't think I know the term.
You've had a Huggy Bomb.
I'm
too.
sure I did. Yes, I have with you. Yes,
You have.
but I don't.
Billy Joel was announced for the JMA Wireless Dome in Syracuse for the 8th time in April. Joe was one of the first ones to jump in and say, we got to go because it's on his bucket list. How many times has Billy Joel played MSG between his first show in 1978 and his last one in July of 2024?
When was the first one? 78?
78.
I don't know. Doing terrible at this game today.
All right, we'll go back to the top.
Okay, back to the
There are only
top.
6 questions?
Yep, only 6. Closest to the pin. How many times has an E-Bog got into the action in an NHL game since 2016?
I want to say 4 times.
I said 2 times.
I said 2.
It is 6.
Oh, Danny.
6 times.
All right.
What year did Kid Rock open? Kid Rock's big-ass honky-tonk rock and roll steakhouse.
I have no idea.
2016?
I said 2018.
I said 2015.
2018 is in the hole.
Yeah! Oh, erase that 4 I had and bring me back to 0, baby.
How many albums, including live, has John Tennessee Plates Hyatt
All right,
released?
I wrote down a number that I was going to write down 32, and I thought that's way too high. There's no way. So I wrote 16.
I wrote 17.
24.
26.
Damn, Joe! Look
24
at you. I didn't even know the
studio.
guy's name.
24 studio and 2 live since 1974.
Sorry, 'cause
How
that's
many
a
was
guy
it?
I would-
26?
26.
Word for you, I've never heard of him, believe it or not. I don't know why.
Well,
sucks?
yeah, because he. Well, that could be. That could be. To me, no. But
There's no Jeff Healy.
well, Jeff Healy. Well, Angel Eyes is
Yes.
John Hyatt's song,
Yeah.
and Jeff Healy made it famous, right? And Roadhouse.
Give the blind guy 1.
He made it a hit in the '80s. He made it a hit.
How
Joe's
many
too young.
wins all time through week 10 of this season do the Seahawks have, inclling regular
You got
season
it, Joe.
and playoffs?
What do you say?
I went 380.
I said 376.
I wrote 200.
413.
Oh, well, I just lost it right
396 in the regular season. They've got 17 in the playoffs.
there. Wow. So what did you say?
380.
They were
33 off.
413.
413. Ooh. I'm 213 off. 223 is my score now, even with the in the hole.
What
Eh.
year was Buffalo incorporated
Joe may be
as
right.
a
He might
city?
be the best.
Well,
What?
I have no idea.
1803?
I said 1816. I don't know why.
I said 1820.
1832.
1832. Okay.
And how many times has Billy Joel played the Garden?
36?
Incorrect.
I thought that was his 100th show at the Garden. I wrote down 100, thinking I thought it was the 100th show.
I might have blew it here. I said 356.
He's played 150 times.
150. Okay.
150 was his last show there.
Got it. All right. Well, I lost. Doesn't matter. I lost. I think Joe.
We only lost 50 on that one. So
Well, I only
we
lost
might be in
50
it.
on that one, and what was it? 1832. So I was 16 off there. So 16. That's 9, 3. So I'm 239 plus 50.
Danny's going to find a way to win it.
Yeah, I think Danny did win it. I am at. I'm at 289. That was my final score. Was 289.
We'll give Joe 10 off to explain to Danny what a Huggy Bomb is.
Oh, you?
I got 192.
Oh, Danny won.
You got me. I had 210.
210. I had
Yeah.
289.
I'm the
That
champion.
that's
Again.
The Seahawks question
The
got you.
Seahawks question got me. I wasn't sure on that.
Isn't a Huggy Bomb one of those little barrels, like with like
the
some type of
kids?
fruit juice for the kids that you peel off the foil top?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're disgusting.
No, you take a
No,
sip
no,
out
no,
of
yeah,
it.
but then you got to take a sip out of it,
Uh-huh.
or pour it out if you don't want the sugar water, and then you fill whatever you pour out with vodka, and then you just slam the whole thing.
Oh gosh, no. I've never done that.
So you never did a Huggy Bomb?
No.
But you knew what a Huggy... But you knew
Huggy was. He knew what a
They were
Huggy
a
what
Huggy.
a Huggy was. I don't
Yeah.
think I even knew the Huggy
Yeah, I think you
term.
I think he might have. You both might have done one at Sam's graduation party.
No, I didn't. I wouldn't have.
I'm better than that.
I'm better than that.
I mean,
Fun as a temple.
I'm not going to say it tastes delicious, but it's
It'll
fun.
get you there.
There was a bar in Buffalo. There was a bar in Buffalo that would sell them, like a little hole in the wall.
Yeah.
And we would just buy a whole bunch of them. Huggy bombs.
Really?
Then we started to just do them with, when we were out places, and now it's kind of incorporated into our little golf tournament. And I mean,
So
remember the one year we couldn't find the Huggies?
Yeah.
I had like 12 adults driving
Looking.
all over looking
Well,
for Huggies.
I don't think
know
I
if it was COVID.
see them sold anywhere anymore. Do they
Walmart-
sell them
They
at
don't
Walmart?
sell them at like the
BJ's.
dollar store.
BJ's.
Walmart, BJ's.
I don't
sell
even
them by
think the
case.
dollar store has them.
They sell them by 3-packs in the dollar store.
Oh,
Do they really?
Okay.
Look at
Brady
you.
Brady likes the lemonade one, so I have to buy them every
All
once in a
right.
while.
Being from Buffalo, you're accustomed to Chevetta's chicken. Mm-hmm. Okay.
I like
and,
Chevetta's
and
chicken.
Loganberry.
Love Loganberry.
They serve it at Bill Gray's actually.
Loganberry
Juice.
juice. I don't know if I know.
It's so good.
Loganberry.
I remember I was in college, and my one of my suite mates was like, "What's this?" I said, "What are you talking about? It's Loganberry. He's from Albany." I said, it's Loganberry. I thought it was like every place.
No.
I thought so too.
No.
Have you had it before?
No, I don't think I have had Loganberry.
Oh,
I thought it was like a new flavor of beer somebody came out with.
In Joe's
Like a new
chub-
IPA.
in Joe's chubbier days, you could name a pizza place in Buffalo too, and he could tell you if it's good or bad.
Lenova.
there's
Well, then he can still tell you if it's good or bad.
Lenova's pretty good.
He'll tell you if it's good or
Santoros.
bad.
I don't mind the Santoros.
We
In
have to go to-
Buffalo,
we
I'm
have
a
to go
bit.
to Imperial all the time.
You know who's got great pizza? At Angola Maria's.
I've never had that.
Oh, it's excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What makes it excellent? Don't describe it.
It's the crust, the sauce, everything.
Yeah. Listen, Buffalo, when it comes to food, Buffalo's the best.
Like my boss owns an Airbnb,
Yeah.
and we used to work in the office. The back office was the Airbnb on the other side of the office. So he'd have people come up from the South, and they had these Alabama bumper stickers, and like they're Alabama fans. So I go, "Hey, where's a good place to get buffalo wings around here and pizza?" I go, "Anywhere."
Yeah.
You're kidding? No. I go, anywhere.
Yeah, for what they're used to.
Yeah.
And you
Anywhere.
could just pick.
I
any
go
local
there. I go.
place.
You cross the street. You go to this restaurant over here. You can go over here. You don't have to go to drive to the Anchor Bar.
Right.
You can just do it here.
That's that. Yeah, that is true. That is true. 'Cause
There's hundreds of them.
Jameson
Yeah.
lived in the South and hated the pizza.
It's amazing how bad the pizza is
Yeah, it
outside
is.
Western New
It
York.
really is.
Save New York City.
Yes, right.
Yeah,
You can get some good stuff down the East Coast a little bit, sometimes in Florida, but overall, you're absolutely right.
Yeah, I mean they don't even
It's
have
transplants.
Yeah.
Yeah, and half the time it's like like Buffalo. There's hundreds of pizza places, local pizza
Yeah.
places,
Yeah.
not like Domino's, right?
Right.
Papa John's.
I like that better. The local myself.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah,
like
I
that
mean,
way better.
My
Way
brother,
better.
my brother used to live in Virginia, and we go down there, and I'm like, this is just horrifying. Like it's almost like insulting. Like, I won't even.
And if, like you said, if you find a good pizza place somewhere outside of Western New York,
Yeah.
it's probably somebody from Rochester or
Yeah,
Buffalo.
so usually a
Yeah.
transplant
Yeah.
or from somebody from the
Yeah.
Northeast.
Like-
what is Boston's pizza like? I don't know why that popped into my head, but I'm thinking another major Northeast.
I think it's kind of like New York thin style.
Yeah, I would think. But I don't know. Anyway, a little tangent. My brain just popped there. I did a Danny.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, your son's been talking about pizza for 45 minutes.
Yes,
so we're
he
all hungry
has.
now.
We're all hungry.
Pizza
Before-
is the greatest food ever. Pizza.
It's complete. It's got everything you need.
Yeah.
It's got dairy. It's got meat.
Do any of you not love it?
Oh, I do love pizza.
Love it.
Yeah, I do love pizza.
My wife's like, "Hey, we had pizza last." I go, "Yes, so."
I've got.
I can eat pizza every day.
Yeah.
I would never.
Is there a drink or a challenge at the Geneseo fraternities that bears your name? The Occhino? Are people doing an Occhino? Or
Well, I don't. I know as of a few years ago, they still played a little game they called Occhino Slam.
Occhino? I can see. I
Okay, yeah.
screwed your name up again. I apologize.
Occhino Slam down at the fraternity. So
The Occhino Slam. Do these kids even know? So are you like a legend when you walk back
So,
in there?
well-
You're like old school?
I'm definitely old school, and I
No,
really
I meant the
don't.
movie.
No. Well, I'll tell one funny story about it that'll kind of when I actually went there, a lot of times we'd have a bunch of like fraternity parties and stuff, and then towards the end of the night they kind of people would make their way up to the bars. You know what I mean?
Right.
The upperclassmen and stuff, or depending on which bar, anybody can get in. But like a lot of times I just stay back at the fraternity and hang out there. And then I actually like invented a game or two, right? Just drinking type games. And, they would play them. And I remember the one time I graduated and, I'd get texts from guys. They're like, oh, they're still playing. They still play. And then they're like, oh, some of the the sororities and stuff play. And I was like, oh, it's kind of weird. Like I haven't been there in like 12 years. Right?
This is amazing.
So
this is amazing.
I'm the alumni president for my fraternity, which is just another thing that
do you have like any time to do anything?
No, I know there's times that I like, why do I do this stuff? But I like it. I mean, it really was, Geneseo was like a super special time in my life. And I grew up there and had more fun than I probably should have. But so anyway, we are planning the 20-year reunion, 20 or 25-year reunion for the fraternity.
Okay.
And me and like 4 of the fraternity guys have a hotel. We're there for the weekend. And I get there super early, and like I had to help a big part in planning the whole party, right? All the alumni had kicked in money and all this stuff. And I go to the front, I go to the hotel, to the lobby to check in. And I'm like, yeah, I got a reservation. And she's like, all right, name. And I'm like, Joe Occhino. And she's like, Occhino, like Occhino Slam? I was just like, yeah. Right? And
His
I was
wife
just
just
like,
rolls her eyes.
no, I know. I was like, that's kind of weird, right? Like she had actually played the game
Occhino Slam.
And just obviously it's not the most common name in the world, right? So like
you need to market that. Get Mattel or somebody behind that.
I have a few other ideas that are probably more marketable than that. It's not the greatest game. I think Shot Quick Draw would probably be a little more marketable. I don't know if you guys all,
but the Occhino Slam has lasted for decades.
It has, but I know me and my buddy Tom from Buffalo started a game called Shot Quick Draw. You guys know.
Yeah, Quick Draw. Yeah.
Yeah. So we used to play volleyball at a bar, right, in Buffalo, and the one time we're just we're pre-gaming and hanging out, and I'm like, I said, I bet I could pick the winning number before you can pick it. And he's like, pick it or not pick it? Or like, oh, well, let's each pick a number, and whoever's number comes in first, you lose. You have to buy the shots, right? You have to buy a shot for each of us. So we played it, and I won. So he had to buy me the shot. He wound up losing, I think, 9 in a row.
Oh, my
right?
God.
In a row. So he's
How
down.
drunk are you guys?
Well, we were I think his wife, probably his girlfriend at the time, she played too, but she obviously drove us home. But yeah, we were 18 shots he had bought in a row.
Oh my God.
So then we're like, wow, man, that game's great, right? You know how the balls curve in
they
and
curve,
they come up.
right.
So then we would start playing, we'd go out with our other friends, and then we'd start to play, right? Now we have 4 or 5 people involved, and everybody gets a number. And if you lose, you're buying the shot for everybody.
Yeah.
And it starts getting super exciting, right? Like now, because you lose 2 or 3 times in a night, and you're down 15, 16 shots. I've played it with as many as 16, 17 people.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man, you need a mortgage to get that many shots.
Yeah. I've played a few times where they're like, you guys have every shot class that the bar owns. You gotta bring them back over. I've played it we've played it in places where the waitress is playing, the chef. We had the chef once in Batavia playing. We played one time in Batavia.
You are competitive, man. You love it.
We were in Batavia for a hockey tournament, guys, not for the kids, and not Batavia, Jamestown. No. And there's this guy. We're getting all loud. There's like 9 guys, and we're all like screaming, "Let's go! Right here it comes." Your number comes in. Everyone's screaming, and there's this local guy that's like, what's going on? What are you guys doing? So we like explain the game. He's like, can I play? We're like, sure, jump in, right? So
Can I play?
We play for like another,
It's like the playground.
yeah, like another hour and a half.
Yeah.
Right. And this guy's like, he wins every time. His number never comes in. And the guy says, hey man, I feel bad. I gotta go home. And we're like, yeah, just go. He's like, I came up after work for one beer. And he's like, I've been here for like an hour and a half. He's like, I've had like 8 shots with you guys. I've been drinking beer. He's like, my wife's going to kill me. I was just like, you don't have to feel bad about it. You had a good time. But I mean, it is weird that you went for one beer.
These are the crazy things as hockey parents, that when we're on an out of town tournament, we come up with crazy shit. What did we play in Pittsburgh? 3-5-7. It's the third bottle in the well, the 5th bottle in the well, and the 7th bottle, and they mix them all together, and we just do the shot.
Oh, Kevin.
Look at his face.
We do the game.
Yeah.
The game's fun. It's shot roulette.
Jesus.
3-5-7's rough.
How you guys have ever survived all this, I don't really know.
How we all didn't get COVID because we're immune to it with all the alcohol.
We were young, too. Younger.
2 years ago.
All right. For Joe Occhino. Did I say it right? There we go. There it is. Man, interesting, Joe. What a life. The Occhino Slam? That's legendary.
It's fun.
Danny and I went to Fisher. I don't have anything. I'm not even in the Hall of Fame. Danny's in the Hall of Fame. I don't have the Occhino Slam. I got nothing.
You got the piss cup on the shelf.
Oh, yeah, I did piss.
Fisher's adding hockey. You guys are getting a hockey
They are
program.
adding hockey, yes. They're doing a little recruiting right now, I think.
Hopefully some recruiting in my neighborhood.
That would be good. For Kevin, for Joe, for Danny, I'm Bill Moran. We'll see you tomorrow.
Well, since I left California, baby, things have gotten worse. Seems a land of opportunity for me is just a curse. Tell that judge in Bakersfield, I'm tired of having to